Hey guys, it's good here. So today we're going to take carpentry as our continuing on from our last skill. So we're going to take carpentry and we're going to build some stuff. Our carpentry bench is going. We already got a +1 module in here. So got that. We'll just cancel these boards because queuing up here with boards. Hewn logs, I mean. So today we want to build a few items. So now we can build a few tables and stuff. So we're gonna need to make a heap of boards. So let's just queue up, say 30 boards, 20 boards. Any boards will do the trick. So, and the other thing I'm really struggling with at the moment is the food. So just been eating anything I can. So I am going to I cleared a spot over here. I'm gonna start building a few other buildings around the place. Like I'm gonna build a building here to do all my cooking, and then we'll have more and more. We'll end up building a little village type deal in this area, I think. Um, so then we can actually progress a little bit. Um, yeah, we want to queue up some boards because we want to make a few of these workbenches and stuff like that. Because we will do engineering soon. The next skill I probably was thinking of taking was um, was butchery and hunting, because food's becoming an issue. So if I take hunting, I can kill things a lot quicker and easier, and butchery I can turn it into meat. So with our campfire cooking in here, um, we can start making some more better dishes to eat. Um, so yeah, like this one here and stuff like that. So I want to get right into doing some more cooking because I keep running out of food and I eat raw food and it's starting to drive me nuts. So, but first we're going to start upgrading our house a bit. We're going to have to level a bit more. We need a table too. We'll make one of them. That's about all we can make at the moment. So we will queue up some more boards. We'll just queue up a heap of boards because we're going to need them eventually. So may as well level our carpentry skill up as much as possible. So yeah, so once it's all crafted, we will be able to get a little bit of a house buff happening. This building here will eventually be turned into one workshop. So yeah. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was in here we can make a sickle and we can make a wooden hoe. So I'll make the wooden hoe. And we will make the sickle too. So I'll go get some stone quickly. I found a big stone cliff here, so start getting some stone happening too, because we really need it. But I try to do all my mining and stuff in the desert, so I can. That way, big deal. Because you're gonna mine down anyway to get to your iron and stuff like that. So we want to make a sickle. We're gonna need that soon. So this sawmill here, it's gonna actually be run by wind power, I think, because yeah, we're nowhere near water. So, but hopefully our bed is made now. Oh, table in the go. Put the bed down. My inventory is really bad at the moment. Just been trying to sort out some stuff off camera. So we'll make this room here the bedroom. Back the bed in there. So now we got a bit of a housing buff here. Plus 10, so good. Yeah, not really. At the start in the single player, it's pretty good. So can we craft? Oh yeah, we can craft some chairs. So run out of plant fiber. So we'll go get that sickle and get some plant fiber on the go. Yep. I'll grab the hoe too because I want to start planting. I want to start planting plants, trees. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a disaster down in here because I've been working working hard on clearing it all. We'll get some things. Everything in this game takes a bit of time, so it's kind of difficult to show you what I mean without queuing up heap of stuff to first. But I do have a bit of a plan for this area, so hopefully I can help you out with some ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, got some plant fiber now. That should be enough to make some chairs and stuff like that. Yep. In the storage. Wasn't much, but better than nothing. So now we can craft. The other thing I wanted to craft was a which table? Yep. Craft one of them too. And the other thing we want to craft, we can't craft it yet, so oh yeah, we can craft that as well. Move that there, move that there. Our carpentry's leveling up quite quickly. It's getting there. Order up some of that too. We should have a table here. Yep. Grab that. We'll make this yeah, this one. And this one. This big one here. Room. So now we've got a general room and a industry. We got a bedroom with one bed in it. Now we've got a general room with one table in it. So they're two main rooms. And we've got an industrial area as well, which is our room with the workbenches and stuff like that in it. Now we can put down the butcher's block and that'll give us another room. Kind of a bit tight. Yeah. So now we've got 3 rooms. Now we've got the kitchen, the bathroom, and the bedroom. Kitchen, bedroom, and general room, I mean. So notice our little housing buff starting to go up here. Once this is made, we will have more. We'll have the 4 rooms then. Because you need this one to start with, you need a bed to start with, and you need a table as a general room. And the dunny over here to get that going. And that's your housing buff started. And yeah, usually you're gonna have to build a fairly large house if you want to get max stuff. But when you upgrade, because this is tier 1 material at the moment, all these walls, all tier 1. So then when you start getting into like lumber and brick, start going up your tiers and you'll start getting different items to put in these rooms, and it just starts getting a bit out of control. But you kind of really need to do it to keep your housing buff as high as you can for the game stage you're at, so that you can progress along a bit quicker and get more stars. because this is linked with your food. So the better the housing buff and the better the food balance, the less time it's going to take to get your next star. So that's on servers as well. Like in a single player, you can just sleep and get more stars if you need them. See, I've got 2 already, and I haven't really. Like I did that little bit of sleeping in the last episode to show you what to do, but you're kind of getting two buffs here. So you're getting a housing buff and a food buff, and they both combine into an XP buff for the whole lot. But they have brought out a new food mechanic as well, so but it's not in single player yet. It's not an option, so I haven't worked out how to turn that on as of yet. But yeah, that's kind of your housing buff sort of covered. Kind of they're the 4 main items, and the toilet doesn't need to be very big. See, it still counts as a room. So now we've got the 4 rooms, and see how it says all tier 1. So we got a tier 1 kitchen, tier 1 bedroom, bathroom, and a tier 1 industry. The tier 1 is the building materials, like the hewn logs were made it out of. So yeah, like this kitchen area is really small. This area is probably okay. Like if you could make every room about this size, you're doing okay. You'll be able to fit a lot more stuff in here. But as you add things, I'll just show you when we make these chairs. It'll eventually bump up the score a little bit more and a little bit more. But I'll just quickly, while we're waiting for them chairs, I'll quickly tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a little kitchen area over here, like a little building to cook my food in and stuff like that. And then next to it, I'll probably make a butcher shop. I'm just going to start building some random buildings and just for each industry. This area is really, really good for clay. So the jungle biome is a really hot spot for clay. So we're going to have to build a big brickworks area somewhere, probably over here somewhere, and make brick and stuff like that. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys was we got some seeds here, and we got a hoe. Where did I put the hoe? There it is. Got a hoe here too. So what you want to do is, if you cut down some trees, just hoe up some ground, leave a bit of space in between them. You know, a 3x3 or something like that. You want a fair bit of room. You can just dot them around the place, you know. But you want to replant your trees. And it's easy. You just use your hoe, then you get the seed and you plant it back in the ground like that, and you get some little trees. They'll grow eventually. You always want to restock your trees. It just makes it easier, because later on down the track when you're doing composites and stuff like that, you kind of need different trees for different looks of timber and different composites. So you may as well just start putting in little tree farms like this around the place. These trees are really bad. You can't really put them too close together, otherwise you'll end up with a big mess. So yeah, always plant your trees back. Eventually we'll have like a little veggie patch and stuff like that, different things like a pineapple farm and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, always replant your trees. But with the I don't know if I got any. I got a palm tree there, but with the palms, you don't really need to be too worried about the distance. You sort of just put them all really tight, but I would go normally one apart, so like that. Just spread them out a little bit. You can put them right up against each other. They're just a little bit of a pain to harvest sometimes because they fly off, do things. But yeah, hopefully our little chairs will be ready now. Go in here and have a quick look. Got a couple. Okay. Got 2 chairs. So our lacking rooms are our the general room is a bit lacking. So if I put this chair in here, say here, our general room went up a bit. Other room was the bathroom is a bit lacking. So we'll put a chair in there too. And now it's starting to balance out a bit more. So the more items you can start putting in rooms, the better. But eventually you'll run out of room space. Like when you walk into this room, it tells you the room volume here, like 102. So eventually you'll have too much stuff in the room, and the tier of the room will depend on what certain items will give you in the housing buff. Eventually you will upgrade your whole house up to tier 4 material, and that'll give you a better thing. But that's sort of late game stuff. So I usually just make one of each item, put them in here, then put one in every room, sort of thing, and it gives you a little bit of an extra buff. But you could make 2 tables, like 4 tables, put a table in every room. You could put 4 chairs in every room. You can put two beds down if you wanted to get more. 2 butcher's blocks. I'm pretty sure the 2 toilets would work. So you could just double up on items if you want to get further ahead early game. Kind of helps a lot. But that I just wanted to just give you an idea of the carpentry stuff. So early game you'd be making butcher's blocks a lot to sell. You'd be making a lot of chairs, a lot of tables, all that stuff I just showed you. Like for the housing buff on a server, you'd be making a lot of that sort of stuff. To because everyone's got to have the housing buff, so gives you a good idea of how much you're going to need and how much you'll be selling. You're going to need the tailoring looms, all these tables, tailoring table, wormrite table. You're going to want to stock up on that sort of stuff. We're going to need that sort of stuff in a minute too, once we learn those skills. Icebox is another good one to give you a bit of a buff in your kitchen. And sometimes early game too, you might want to put down a real estate desk because some people want to rent out their buildings or make a building and then sell it. But here's our windmills and water wheels. We can't make it yet because we haven't got basic engineering learned. So, but they're the main things. Like, you might want to make a capital if the server hasn't already got a government in place. You might want to make one of them and put in your shop. Someone might want to set up the government system. Just make a few bits and pieces. But other than that, for now, guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm running out of food is my main issue at the moment. So we've got a good housing buff. And see, once you got your housing buff, you can just come over to your bed and do the same thing. You just sleep and then get more stars that way. Same as your tent. Once you got your house sort of built, you don't need your tent anymore, so you can rip that down, get rid of it, sort of thing. And yeah. So next episode, guys, I'll probably have this little building over here built. I've already sort of claimed in a bit of an area here. I try to build my builds align with the claim. I've left 2 claims up here apart, and that's where I'm going to run a road straight through here eventually. It's going to be 2 claims wide. And then eventually the road will keep going all the way down through the jungle there, so I can build on both sides of the road. Just because it just makes it easier. And yeah, it'll be good. But anyway, guys, I'll leave it at that. That's sort of your housing buff sort of worked out. Next episode, I'm just going to have a little cooking area over here and cook up a heap of food so I don't keep running out of food all the time, which is annoying. And I'll probably have a little butcher shop here as well. And we may as well take butchery now. So let's have a quick look at our table. So to learn butchery, we just need two research papers for culinary basics, and we're gonna have to fry up something. So we're gonna have to go kill some stuff anyway to get some stuff to get tallow to fry things with, and just some jungle. Yeah, so not a problem. So what we'll do is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take hunting now. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't really need hunting, but at the moment, there's new recipes in the game, and the fish traps are really good for getting a bit of an income too, like on a server wise, because they do need the fish that you catch in the traps to cook, so, and fish meat as well. And you know, fishing rod, you can go fishing and do stuff. Hunting's not a bad skill if you're not going to play a lot. Like hunting butchery's pretty good. Not a bad skill. Like if you don't want to be fully like crazy about the money and stuff, you know, like a lot of people get crazy about it. So, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna take butchery next. So next episode, I'll have butchery. I'll probably have a little butcher shop over here and a little cooking area made up, ready for the next episode, and then we will start moving on a bit further and progressing a bit quicker. We'll start learning basic engineering and masonry as well. That's definitely one I want to get into, masonry. Probably take tailoring too. Like we don't really need to take it, but we kind of really need the cloth to make the windmills, so we can eventually put the sawmills in. Sawmill here. But alright, guys, I'm my videos are a bit all over the place, so I'm just trying to put out as much information as I can, and I feel I overshoot things a lot, so I try to get through it all. So next time we'll be doing some more, and we'll talk to you next time.